Welcome, everybody, to another Rev Talk. We're going to kind of go over a lot of things today, but the most important thing is what Reverend Kim has decided that is it's a lot to talk about. Let's see if we can give some clarity to what we're trying to understand. Take it away.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining us. Today has been a kind of a difficult day for me, and only because I'm kind of out of sorts. I'm having trouble with my vision. I'm having trouble focusing, and of course, the work I do as a medical scribe requires that I have vision, and so it's been a little challenging today to get my work done. And I recognize the fact that in between doing work, I have been reading. So that also affects my eyesight, where, things start to get out of focus and my eyes get tired. There was an insistence, though, from my team, because I was getting a little nervous about the fact that my eyes were not adjusting. And I have felt like I'm almost standing straddling two realms. Like I have one foot in this realm and one foot in another. And they gave me an insistent instruction to pull my Forest Fae cards, which I haven't used in quite a while. I had to get them out of the bookcase and use them. And I'm kind of thinking it has to do with being able to ground myself, because the way I've been feeling. So I'm kind of curious what your take is on this, Ben.
When we used the Forest Fae, we were just so enthralled with all the trees and the ferns and the little people. And that's what it's calling to you. You need to get timing is right now. And I'm going to throw a link in here is I'm studying how to heal your brain and
Right.
functional medicine. And it's proven that you can do exercises for the brain that will heal the eyes. And this is telling me, well, that's another avenue we have to look at. And one of the things that the doctor I'm working with was saying, she felt out of body with that one eye going this way. It's like she's over here and yet her body's here.
Right.
And that's exactly what you portrayed. So at class tomorrow, I will find out what she did just out of curiosity or what part of the brain what needs to be done for that part of nourishment to the brain. So grounding is the one she thinks she did. Her husband would carry her out because she couldn't walk, and she'd lay in the grass with her dog.
That's
And so it's just it's what nature's a natural healing. I am one with nature. So when you're out of sorts and working so hard and reading and working, the body's saying, hey, take a break. And we don't. And that's the funniest thing. I got this wild cat that's now befriended us, and he just comes and meows around me. And I realize until I give him attention or I stop working and take that break, he won't shut up. It's just like somebody just telling you, think of yourself. Take you first.
I like that. That's wonderful. I just decided to pull a card.
Okay, I'm going to pull one too for you.
Yes.
I have the same deck.
Oh, yes, you do.
I love it.
Let's see. So the one I picked, and as I'm having trouble seeing it, is the Autumn Fae.
Like, oh my, where are my glasses on my head?
On your head, I know, right?
Okay.
And it's like, go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree sprites. I think that's what it says. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
But look at the first words, Kim.
Go slowly. the tree spirits. Go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. Yes, yes, folks, I had to grab them at time.
So it works, doesn't it?
It does. Go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. So yes, it's, there it is in a nutshell, like you said. That woman was carried out. She was trees. Every morning when I take my walk, I talk to the trees. I touch their branches as I walk past them every day. I always say hi to them. I always say good
You
morning.
do.
I do. But the thing is, I might not be going slowly or listening closely.
Well, I drew Away We Fly, take the clouds reading, delight in your imagination. Oh, excuse me, take the cloud road and delight in your imagination.
Let me see the picture.
So to me, I can't see it,
Oh, I like that.
but I'm thinking
fun.
again, stop doing so much. Get out of your mind. Don't let your monkey brain just keep going and you have to, why are you multitasking? Get your work done and go and relax. Read. Don't do it at the same time.
Well, that's, what, that is interesting. I always feel like I have to be
Busy.
doing something if I'm working. And I will admit, I do take breaks, although not very long ones, unless I really feel the need. Like today, apparently this is the time of year that birds love to take baths because my bird baths are filthy in a very short period of time. So I fill them up every day. I watch them. So by noontime or whatever, I have to go back out and do it again because they're just like
They're splashing them all.
they are, and the water is brown. I'm thinking, well, okay, here we go, guys, and they love it. That's great. But I always feel like instead of just taking a break and relaxing, my breaks are doing something. So I guess my doing something, and not that it's a bad thing, but I also think it's good to relax and not do anything. And that's kind of the challenge for me at times, because I always feel there has to be a purpose to everything I do. I can't just stop,
That's true. And that's the key right there. I'm always busy doing something, but lately I've started to just go lay down on my bed and do nothing. And
That's
it's so nice. Maybe only for 2 minutes, but it's my time, my space, my peace.
right.
And it does help you.
It does.
So it's maybe in generality, it's just telling us to slow down. We don't have to be busy. And that's just making a statement that we've been raised, you're worthless if you're not working, or doing something. If it's not working at work, you're working in the house, or you're cleaning this or doing. That's how we were raised.
That's true.
And we need to relax because we don't. Now, this is something that just came to me that really kind of scares me. I remember my grandparents always sitting and just rocking in their rockers. I said, I don't want to get old like that. And see, that's something that's instilled in me. And now I would love to sit in a rocker and just do nothing. And I'm afraid to, and I haven't done it. And I was just told, do it.
Well,
So,
there's something about the rocking motion that is very therapeutic for, I mean, think about it. When you have a baby, you rock
instantly.
You rock the baby. We kind of lose that motion, and I think there's something very, very important in that motion for us as humans, when we might have lost that. But I remember like going to the spiritual center they have these wonderful gliding rockers that are like the best thing ever. I have got to find out where they got them, because honestly, you sit in these chairs and you rock, and there's something very soothing about that whole motion that I think is very good for the human body and to relax and to allow us to ground, to just kind of like the motion. I get this emotion of the earth kind of thing.
Talking about that, this scenario right here is basically telling us we need to slow down and take that time. And I was just thinking, you said just like the earth. And did you see the meteorite that hit the Philippines?
No.
First time in history that it physically hit here. Not a burned out piece. It was a whole 3-foot sized meteorite that had not burned up. And it was over the sky, and they took a picture of it. It was like at 11:30 at night last night. And it was absolutely gorgeous, but it went in the water, I'm assuming, because I didn't see it hitting any place else. But it had to have been on the coastline because they pinpointed where it was going to land.
Wow.
And I thought, you're talking about the same thing, that could have been the energies that hit you.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I usually get little blurbs of headlines, so I don't get a lot of things. It's mainly the big stuff that you get the headlines on, and then I decide whether I want to read it or not. But that would make sense.
It does, but you don't realize how much energy. Well, we are all energy, so that's kind of redundant statement.
Well, we forget that we're connected to this planet as well as to each other, and so it gets to be we get to compartmentalize ourselves into our jobs and our families and what we're doing, and we get ourselves very distracted so that we forget energetically we are connected to all of this. And you're right, that could very easily be, it was quite a disturbance to have something coming from out of the realm into ours. That's not, thank you for that. That's, I'll have to look
I was trying to find, because I was going to show you the picture because I had it.
Oh,
but me and peripherals aren't too good. But it's right here. It was just today. It was on the thing today. So let me take it up here. It's got to be right here.
Well, I'll look it up. Try to see. But here's the other thing. Ooh, the other card that I pulled this morning from the creatures is connection. So we were just talking about that. Oh my gosh. Can't make this up, folks. You really can't. Well, you could, but it's not.
It shows where it hit. It hit in the Philippines. And
oh, look at that.
It's in the Philippines, but I'll take you, you can't understand what they're saying, and it's, I don't even know what X is.
X is.
Okay, here we go. I don't want to get somebody said just that I guess there's new social medias out there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what they are. And they're banning them. They're stopping their, what do you call it? When they bring it to you, the connection to you. Right. Here is the actual.
Oh, that's amazing. Look
Isn't that? Yeah, it's 3 feet is all it was. It hit the Philippines. 3 feet or 1 millimeter. It hit at 1639. But they expected outages in powers and different frequency problems. And it may be not necessarily the frequency that we are thinking of, like lights and computers. However, it could be body frequency.
Well, it could affect our own auric fields, our frequencies. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So it was, I've been following it because they've been tracing it since, I don't know when. Because I like to read, because they thought at first it was going to hit the United States. And then it didn't. It orbited someplace else.
I love it. Well,
But
thank you for that. I like that. I like that.
it tells you why
Yes.
our energies are so extent and why you're having problems physically. You're doing too much and the energies are too imbounded around us. We need to take time. We need to breathe.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. Ah, so I feel better actually.
You can see.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm seeing better. So with that, we want to thank you for joining us again on another Rev Talk. And we want to remind you and ourselves to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself. And to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well.
Well.